Superb and a warm welcome to everybody to the Espousal platform day three. It's 5:30 India time, and we're going to have today with us the one and only Pradutt, one of the most respected event managers in the country and across the world. But let's come in and let me tell you guys a little bit about him. And not that nobody doesn't know him, the whole world knows him. But I want to do this intro. I'm really looking forward. A very good evening and a warm welcome, sir.
Hi, Arvind. Welcome, and thank you very much for having me with you over here. And pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Superb, superb. So this gentleman, the whole world knows him, but I must say a few things from my side. He has done events, and events. So many corporate events, so many IPs that he set up, okay, and done them successfully over the years. But today we're going to talk to Om. We're going to understand he's doing events across the globe, corporate mainly, a lot of product launches and all of that. But Om, tell us, this is a question that I have specially chosen for you. We have event managers, we have wedding planners, we have social events, we have experiential marketers. Tell me, Om, who are these people? What are the differences between them? And let's specifically talk a little bit more about wedding planners.
Sure. First of all, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to anyone else who's watching this live at the moment. And it's an absolute pleasure to be here. Kind introduction. You're a legend yourself, and you're always very kind to people. And I did see the rest of the panel, and they were kick-ass and really, really good. So, all kinds of event partners. I believe that when we do events, event managers essentially processes in place, technology, technicals, and CADs, and all that is fine. About is wedding planners, all right? I mean, they are made of another. I have so much respect for them because, for us, it's one client. It's a corporate client or whatever else it is. And, you're dealing with one client, one stream of information coming through. But for wedding planners, there are a minimum of four. One is the bride, the second is the groom, then there's the groom's parents, and there are the bride's parents. I can't imagine how all of you manage to actually tie these things together, manage their egos, manage their expectations and everything, and still be able to deliver something so phenomenal at the end of the day. Because I've seen some of the most spectacular weddings being organized, and I can't imagine how they deliver these things. And I tell you, immense respect to the folks who are in the wedding space. I haven't dared even touch that space because I don't think I have it in me to be able to handle weddings. So you need, you could have an army of people, but then, the way they manage weddings, I don't know. So that's the first aspect. Beyond that, how they manage to do, how it's like a movie. It's like a happens. It's like large format, high impact, big scale. So I think it's amazing how these people put these things together in terms of the decor, the detailing, and everything. I think it's quite spectacular. I really value what they do, and I think their tribe should grow, and they should continue to do such amazing work and learn from each other, and just keep growing. That's about all. That's my thought as far as wedding planners are concerned. And of course, the rest of the people, social and everything, yeah, they all come together. But then wedding planners are made very differently when you as wedding planners as against the rest of us. So hats off to all of you.
Hats off, hats off. Yes. The number of wedding planners who have come to the Espousal platform over the last 3 days is
Yeah.
phenomenal. Had over 100 people from across the globe, and these are all professionals and all wedding planners. Home, I am myself surprised that apart from this country, we have such huge names
Mm.
in the wedding planning business across the globe. It's absolutely phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is.
Espousal is only about weddings, okay, and
Yeah,
it's an IP that we set up, and we're doing our third version now. So we're only going to talk about weddings, 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 and this is an online wedding expo. But
right,
let's go back to expos. Why do
right,
people participate in expos? Why do people attend expos?
right, right.
Tell me more about that.
So it's as good as being at a wedding. To be honest with you, that's the day you have whether you want to get married, you have a potential bride, potential groom, potential parents coming to look for the invite people. It's a culmination of all beautiful one space. It is nothing but another wedding. An expo is so important because at a wedding, you're able to see everything in one space, right? So an expo is no different. That's where you have, people like Arvind, who've curated the best of partners, be it with designer clothing or be it with the makeup and hairstyles or, every other thing that you have, decor, venues, event partners, wedding planners, designers, everybody comes together. Where else are you going to be able to go and discover the plethora of opportunities that you have, the plethora of partners that you have? So an expo is quintessential as far as we humans are concerned. That's It's all about gatherings, it's all about meeting, and it's all about deriving something from what you when you meet. What is it that you want to take away? Everyone has a reason, right? I might want to take away something to do with venues. I might want to come there to wedding planners or venue decor people or technical people, technology people. The fact that everybody comes together in one space and then for you to just shed all your work, come and immerse yourself in the space, in the zone for 3 days or 4 days. That's a way of learning. No books are going to be able to teach you these things. You could go through websites and look at Google and say who are the best people, look at ratings and understanding what they're made of, understanding their pedigree, and then being able to interact with one another and then forge new partnerships and then deliver better. Because our partners make us look good at the end of the day. We are like the master chefs. We know we are the master chefs, but the ingredients that we need to get, whether it's your avocados or whether you want to get your onions and chilies, you go handpick them from the different farms, come back together, and then dish out what you want to. The client might want a voulez-vent, or they might want a pizza, but you know how to make that happen. So you're the master chef. So as a master chef, it's important to understand your ecosystem, to understand where you're going to get the right ingredients from, and finally make it look beautiful. So therefore, expos are really, really important, and I think it's amazing that expos exist, and such as yours especially. I think that's what I think. I think expos are something that you must invest yourself into, according to me.
Only an Om Pradyut could have put this all together so simply. Superb. So, moving on,
Yeah,
expos conventionally have always been on ground, in person. So many expos across the world and in our country. But we at Espousal are doing an online wedding expo.
yeah,
See
yeah.
a future in the online business now that we are back to normal? And do you think people are going to visit the online space?
I certainly think so. I'll tell you, interactions are here to stay forever. We need to start embracing it because the time we all of us have limited time in our lives in terms of what we can sort of learn every day, every minute. If you're going to be investing that time, booking your flights, traveling to another destination, be it to a Delhi or a Jaipur or a London or a Istanbul, for you to do all of that stuff physically, of course, nothing like a physical experience, physical event, and physical meetings with people. But I believe that it's a much smarter way if you don't have the luxury of time to be because that's something quite phenomenal. And the second thing is look at the different look at you potentially have about in excess of 100 people who are speakers from around the globe at different time zones who are there together to talk to you and interact with you. So where else will you be able to get that opportunity? It's like speed dating. Instead of actually going all over the world and trying to figure it out and hustle your way through. I mean, then you don't even know if it's worth it after all at the end of the day, right? It's like a blind date at the end of the day. So online is the way to go. I think it's created at the right time in 2020, just when the world needed this, and without having to put a stop to the business that is currently going on. And look at weddings. Unlike corporates had to shut down, etc., for various reasons and technical reasons and political reasons, because even if they want to go, they could not go because one case, and then the whole organization gets pulled up, etc. Weddings, do we even care? Whether a pandemic have had more babies than they've ever done in the past. So the point is, meeting of minds, meeting of souls are never going to stop. So therefore, it's important to actually have this online session, and it's important to make sure that we make the most of online visits and make. Yeah,
Superb, superb. Thank you, Om, for taking out the time. I know you're extremely busy, but there's going to be one quick last question from my side, and then we'll wrap
yeah.
this up. Thank you once again for coming in today with all your busy
Welcome.
schedules and
No, no,
whatnot.
not at all. It's a Sunday. I'm wearing a suit. I treated this with a lot of respect. I
I'm in a
said it's
t-shirt.
okay instead of being in my t-shirt. I said I have to do this event, and there are people from around the world who are looking at the whole thing. So that's one thing. The one thing I want to ask you before we sign off, I think I need to be more in touch with you to give you a more recent picture. People are expected to see a young who I really am. So I'll give you a better picture the next time. When you put the
You
speaker on
still
speaker images.
you,
Uh,
you look younger on screen than you look on the picture,
no, no.
and there's
Okay,
no
fine. Fair,
bullshit about me.
okay, fair enough. Let's
Okay,
go with the
but
last
I'm
question.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna I'm
yeah.
going to take the last one. You are, with no doubt, one of the leading event managers in the country, or perhaps in the world also. Uh, from a very event management perspective,
I just lost for a few seconds.
are you back? Okay. So,
Yeah.
like I said, you're one of the largest event guys that the country has produced, or perhaps the world has produced, without a doubt. But from a event manager's perspective, let's quickly give a piece of advice to the upcoming wedding planners.
Right. Oh, advice. I would never I'd give an advice. I would only share my notes. I can only talk about my experiences. And all I can, you know, I believe that it's important for us to stay focused on one stream genuinely. I know everyone is out there for passion. People are in the wedding space and event managers are there because of pure passion, and they believe money will. But it's important for us to know that make this a decently profitable business, which already it is. But what I mean to say is, stay focused, try to diversify into multiple other things immediately. You need you need to stay focused, and it's like if Michael Johnson goes out to the court and keeps playing again every morning. He comes out there 7 in the morning, 6 in the morning, plays for those number of hours, and goes back. And on the day of the match, people say, hey, the guy's scoring brilliant. It happened because he did this every day as a habit. So if you're going to stay
Yes,
true to
yes,
true to your profession, literally never become complacent, and you'll keep doing something beautiful every time. And the one thing that you got to always remember is, I mean, I live by this mantra of saying, when was the last time you did something for the first time? So I could have done a million events, but if my next one is going to be, it's not going to be more special, better than what I had done the last one, then it's not worth sort of being in the profession. So therefore, stay focused, make it a habit, be insatiable when it comes to learning and absorbing, be it going online or through expos or having conversations. Simply stay focused. You simply can't go wrong, and you're going to be the best in the business, no matter what. It can't be stopped. Yeah,
absolutely. Om and me can talk forever. Quite a few questions, but I'm going to take only one of them from CNH,
yeah.
which says that, why will phase one ever get into weddings? I think that question was just answered, but back to you, Om. Will phase one ever get into weddings?
You know, I think weddings are so special and so beautiful that I don't believe that I personally have it in me to do weddings personally, because you have the right mindset to do these things. You've got to be made of fabric to be able to do this. But however, is to be able to create a venue of that sort where the best weddings in the world comes to us. So be the best of the weddings, best of festivals, best of expos. You should be hosting one of a physical one over there yourself. Best of corporate events, best of concerts, best of sporting events. Everything has to happen in one space, and for me, that's a dream to be able to create, which becomes a delight for every event manager, every wedding planner, every sports manager, every festival organizer to come to, and make it so beautiful and smooth and effortless to be able to curate and create their events, instead of trying to build a different infrastructure and everything else. So for me, but not by organizing weddings, but by welcoming all of you to come and host your biggest weddings at our venue. So hopefully that's going to come true soon. That's
We
all.
are happy to hear about the venue if you want to talk
Yeah.
about it.
No, I mean, I think it's premature at the moment. Thank you so much, but then I'll scream from the top of the roof when we're ready with the whole thing, because the COVID has kind of set us back quite a bit. But when we start and the ground is broken, I'm going to make all the noise and let you all know when the doors are going to be thrown open for all of you to book them and be at the venue. I'm going to do that for sure.
Super. Thank you so much, Om. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure talking to
Thank
you,
you.
buddy. Always.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so very much, Arvind, for having me here, and all of you have a fabulous rest of the sessions. Bye bye. See you.